go across to the stock of the day. Anushi standing by with the stock of the day, arguably being Siemens Energy. We started off yesterday, in fact, itself, where we had notes coming through on views and target prices on Siemens, some well exceeding the 3,300 mark as well. Anushi, what's your sense, and give us a breakdown of what the price action as well as all of the brokerages are suggesting. Give us a view.
Right, Harsh, it was an exciting listing that we were looking at. Siemens Energy, now this was anticipated, the demerger taking place in April. So from there onwards, what could be the trajectory for the company, something that remained in focus. Now, do note that the listing happened at a price of 2,840 today on NSE and BSE. It happened at a price of 2,850. Now, the dummy price, or rather the discovery price that we had seen on the date of demerger, that's April 7, was at 2,478. From there onwards, we did see some quite a volatile movement in terms of where the stock was headed. It did hit a upper circuit at the early part of the day, but from there onward, it has come down. It's off its high. In fact, currently it is locked in a lower circuit. So now, if you take that in consideration, and what could be the treatment that the stock could see going forward in terms of MSCI. Now, the company will be deleted from MSCI Global Standard Index tomorrow onwards, and this was on the expectation that if the stock trades at a price circuit, implementation will be postponed. Estimated passive outflow of the same remains at the levels of $170 to $180 million. Now, brokerages, however, continue to remain constructive on the stock. In fact, we had like a couple of interesting notes coming in, and as Harsh just mentioned, the first one was Jefferies. Now they remain bullish on the counter. They say it's India's largest listed pure play power T&D equipment player. This exceeds the size of that we have seen from Hitachi Energy as well as GE Vernova. So the outlook remains strong, considering that the expectation was for a 10 billion market cap that we had seen following Hitachi and GE. Also, what we're seeing is now is a 40% of our EPS CAGR growth, and this would be between FY24 to 27 on the basis of the pipeline that the company has, along with its order prospects as well. Along with that, we also had HDFC Securities Antique initiating buy calls on the stock. They remain positive on the company's order prospect pipeline going forward. In fact, HDFC models a 30% of a CAGR growth between FY25 to 27 period that we are looking at. So that's on Antique on HDFC as well. They have a target price in the range of 3,000 to 3,179 that we are looking at. If you look at Motilal Oswal, they also remain constructive on the counter, initiating a buy call over here as well. They expect the EBITDA margin to be in the range of 21.4% by FY27. So that is what the key expectation here is, and a strong addressable market that we are looking in terms of where the power T&D business is considered. Now, what exactly does Siemens Energy do now that we have the listing? And let's also get perspective on the company business operation. It provides integrated products and services across energy value chain, which includes grid technologies, industrial power gens, as well as gas services as well. So it carries out generation, transmission and industrial projects that we are looking at. In terms of the H1 FY25 performance, do note that this is the first 5 months that we are looking at, March month excluded post the demerger that had taken place. So order backlog stood at 15,000 crore, 55% of growth that we are looking at. New orders also was 7% growth. However, revenue saw a downtick of 6%, while margins saw healthy expansion at the levels of 22.6%. On to the outlook forward, most of the brokerages are expecting a 19 to 20% of a CAGR growth over next 3 years. Business expansion will be driven by emerging areas like data centers is also the outlook going forward for the business. So that's the overall perspective that we are seeing for Siemens Energy. So an interesting play considering the valuation as well as peers, Hitachi Energy and GE Vernova, wherein they have already seen some strong growth numbers and order pipeline numbers already flowing in.
Thanks for that, Anushi. And that's an interesting analysis and a comprehensive one at that. Arguably could have been the stock of the day, just that it's now down 5% and trading at the lowest point.